Hello, everybody, and welcome to Super Father's Day Sunday 2023, June 18th, 2023. I have a beer. Thank you, David. We did a little trade, and I have the Bull Schlitz Bold Lager. I would show you a website, but there is none. Okay, Schlitz. Let's try to get it to come into focus. 5.9% alcohol. This 5.9% alcohol beer was introduced in 1965. It was called Schlitz malt liquor till recently. There we go. Schlitz since 1849. Well, yes, but not the Bull. 1965. Bold lager, a bold and sweet tasting lager for those who appreciate a full-bodied malt beverage. The Stroh Brewery, well, Stroh bought them in 1982, but it's actually owned by Pabst Brewing Company because Pabst bought Stroh Brewing Company in 1999. And the legal disclosure is lager, 473 milliliter can, 473 milliliters.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fine. I'm in Louisiana, and Jean-Pierre Beverage Ramble is in Georgia.
All right, the Blue Bull.
Yeah, I did a little trade with David. He found some, so.
Where?
There you go. In Elmwood, Louisiana, at a store called the Salvage Store.
Okay. Love the Bull. Love the blue one.
Yeah, 79 cents a can.
The best.
Pay 79 cents a can. So.
Good. And the date's fresh.
Pay 79 cents a can. And,
that's all I need to know, bro. Okay, we're good. Yes, sir. I today have Modelo Especial.
Most popular beer in America.
Yes, it is. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Again, happy Father's Day to you, Mr. T.
Thank you.
And I am pouring it right now in my glass. Number one beer right now overtaken. Pretty if you pay the price point, 6-pack. Things about like $9.99. Some places $8.99. 12-pack goes for about $14 or $15.99. A bit steep, but it is a very good, well-made beer.
So it passed up Translate, and it's number one now. And
I heard that.
And I think it's $16.99 at Walmart for the Modelo 12-pack.
12-pack, right. So very popular beer. Constellation Brands, Grupo Modelo, of course. I just got back in the house walking. I had 2 hot dogs I picked up on the way at the QT. Didn't want to make some breakfast, so
we always like to promote health. We always like to promote health food on this channel. You know that. I know you agree with me.
Yeah, I do. 2 hot dogs with sauerkraut, spicy brown mustard. Health. Here's to your health.
Yours too. Let's see if I can find anything on this product.
Drizzly has some good, interesting stuff sometimes. I know Pabst, I don't know. That website just shakes my head at what they do.
Yeah, I'm not even going to waste time looking at that, but
get angry.
Let's
Frustration.
see. Okay,
So,
here we go. Here we go.
All right, all right.
All right, so I poured it. Now you know what this looks like. It's gold. So we'll put this in the banner.
Yeah.
It used to
Got
be
the
called
dishwasher.
Schlitz malt liquor, but it's no longer called Schlitz malt liquor. It's Schlitz Old Lager.
Bold lager, right? Bold, right? They call
Yeah,
it.
gold.
Yeah, that's an enjoyable. I would say of the ones that are enjoyable that don't make me feel a certain way, I would say that one and Mickey's OML. King Cobra, OE, they're good. But
There's Jean-Pierre's channel, the Beverage Ramble.
Morning Bart, happy Father's Day.
Morning,
Country Club,
Bart.
I can find Country Club.
Yeah, I wish we could get Country Club. $4.99 each. For 6-pack. That's a deal. That's even better. All right, now, so Jean poured his is gold. Mine is a little deeper gold. Well, no, take that back.
See right here.
His is more gold than mine. Mine's more yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Now, they used to claim on the Schlitz advertisements, but this is 55 years ago, that it was made with 4 different barley malts and 6 different hop varieties.
And it does have a very interesting hop character to it, which is, very weird for a beer like that,
Yeah, but it's not much hop action. Let's go over to the see what we can find. Schlitz the Bold Lager Malt Liquor at Fred Meyer. I went to a Fred Meyer in Alaska when I was in Alaska earlier this month, and it's just like Walmart.
Yeah, they're very popular mostly popular in the Midwest, right? Those stores.
I really don't know anything about it. I just saw it in Juneau, Alaska, and I went in there and bought Vienna sausage and some hot sauce, which gave me trouble at the airport because they were like, you can't bring that bottle of hot sauce on the airplane. It's too big. Okay. Schlitz Malt Liquor Bold Lager, one of the original malt liquors. Schlitz Malt Liquor, who in the world wrote this? Don't even use periods. Was introduced as Schlitz Lager's sibling with a kick. Okay, well, whatever. Maybe they didn't go to grammar school. Okay, but like literally grammar school to learn grammar. 5.9%, the Bull, Schlitz Bold Lager. There's the photo, but I showed you already. So let's see. Let's go back a little bit and see if anybody else is showing anything on it. See what Ralph says. Oh, Ralph's must be owned by Fred Meyer because it's the same website.
Oh.
Yeah, Ralph's is probably part of Fred Meyer, right? Right.
So Ralph's just an independent store. Wow. Okay. Excuse me.
When you see the website identical, that tells you something. And Metro Market must be part of Fred Meyer. Okay, I'm getting it now. It's all the same company. Okay. Yeah. Jewel Osco. Now, I know Jewel Osco is different because that's part of Albertson's Super Value. So let's see what Jewel Osco says. Here we go. We don't have Jewel, but they're in the Chicago area. There is a picture of the 12-pack.
Mm-hmm.
And bold and sweet tasting, which is what my can says. Strawberry, but we know it's not really strawberry. No. That's just a name.
I'm surprised they still put that on the can. I'm surprised they haven't said, Pabst, brew at Pabst, but I guess.
They're probably trying to make it seem like they're different or something,
It's like with the Colt 45, it still says National, whatever, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, but that company's been out of business so long, not even funny.
Yeah.
All right, this tastes good. I mean, it's not super fresh, but
It's no glass. It's not. It hasn't been affected by the light, so
it hasn't been skunked or anything. And And it
So it's
wouldn't
still
anyway
good.
because they use brown bottles, so it wouldn't anyway. Trying to figure out what brewery this is from. Well, now I can be able to figure it out. Because I think Pabst used their own code, so you won't realize it's made by Miller. um, Sometimes it's made by City Brewing.
La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so they kind of keep it under wraps. They don't want you tracking it. But I mean, if it was spoiled or something, they'd be able to track it if it was a health question. But
Contract brewed.
yeah,
Through City Brewing, right?
no, Abita's still going strong here. I can't answer for other places.
Wow.
Next wall, Russia.
You know, you can get. Well, Abita's pretty. The distribution for Abita is pretty decent. I mean, I know up here, obviously, because the distance between here and Louisiana, but no, if it goes all the way up to Pittsburgh now, hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, you never know. I was on a road trip in Connecticut in 1996 on United States Highway 1, and we stopped at a liquor store, and I found Meisterbrow, not remarkable because that's nationwide back in those days, and I found Dixie beer.
Okay, yeah. So
can't even find Dixie beer here anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well,
that's
what I have here today, ladies and gentlemen. I have Modelo Especial, now ranked as the #1 beer, overtopping Transalite, now Bud Light, formerly Bud Light. Well taste, light hop character with crisp, clean finish. Modelo characterizes by an orange blossom honey aroma with a hint of herbs. Modelo contains water, barley, malt, non-malted cereal, and hops. So, as you see, I've been guzzling this. I just got back and I just did a nice little walk. So, and had some delicious health food, hot dogs, and sauerkraut. Yes. So now, wash it down with this beer. You see, I was kind of thirsty. So,
and I'm like you. Well, let me interrupt real fast. I'm like you. I like health food. And that's why yesterday I had some top ramen, Maruchan ramen with some packaged sausage sliced up in it.
Yeah, I had. Well, seriously, I had shrimp lo mein last night I got back from Lake Lanier. So, that was pretty good, and so.
You ever eat ramen?
Very healthy, very healthy. Healthy.
You ever eat ramen noodles?
I have had ramen, yes.
Yeah. I
do enjoy ramen, yes. Especially the way nowadays, the way it's being prepared. You can make it with the sriracha sauce and all of it. Do a little twist to it,
And I think the salt level's real low in it, isn't it? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. It's real high. Okay, never mind. All right.
Yes.
Good for your blood
pressure. So the beer is quite good, very refreshing. I get this from time to time. I'll get the big can, the tall cans. I'm not too excited about their new one, the Oreo, Modelo Oreo, their light offering.
Yeah, Oro. Yeah, Oreo's a cookie, but
it's not one of my personal favorites. So, but I do get this, and of course the Negro Modelo. Of course, same company that also does Corona, Corona Light, Corona La Familiar, Corona Premier, another one of them light lagers, but this is really good, very refreshing. The price point may be a little bit much for some people, but again, I just get the tall boys, whenever I feel like, if I'm having Mexican dinner or picking up something Mexican or just something just to crush, in the house, watching games, or making some taco salad, It's overall just a good, refreshing made beer, And I got one more can I'm gonna go ahead and grab real quick. I'm gonna lean my computer up this way so I won't see the TV. Copyright.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that. So anyway, got some. But anyway, yeah. So Negro Modelo, very popular. I enjoy that one as well. They don't have them in the tall boys. Honestly, the tall.
Around here they do. Yeah.
Okay. Most of the bottles, but I see the cans of that. I don't see the tall boy bottles of that, but
not the bottle. No, not tall boy bottles.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good, and then you see all the recipes you can make with these, all the dishes you can prepare, and and it's a good food to pair with anything, not just Mexican food, but compare with just barbecue, brisket, a good steak with some home fries made, and sliced fried potatoes, as my dad likes to call them, French fries. Good old American meal, And the chiladas are pretty good too. I haven't had the lime and salt one, but I did have the mango, and it had the other chilada, their original chilada. So those are.
I thought the lime and salt was too salt. I found the lime and salt was too salty. I like the chilada especial.
Yeah.
I like the chilada mango chile. I like the sandia. The naranja was pretty orangey though. The pina picante was nice. Wasn't too spicy, but if they make it too spicy, then people are going to complain, and say it's too hot.
But I enjoy these. I enjoy these chiladas. Again, I was always on the fence with them, but I'm enjoying them. The Bud Light one I enjoyed a lot. Was it the one with Victory? I don't know. There's one that's 5%. That's pretty good, and of course the Modelo version. Corona also has a chilada, I believe.
Yeah. You haven't tried the tamarindo, huh?
Have not had that yet. No.
They're not showing it in the lineup, but they're showing it in this photo right here. Tamarind. It's made with tamarind, spices. Okay. Well, we could keep going on.
It'll be great. Good Monday, Sunday morning thing for brunch. Pair with a brunch or just a good Sunday morning beverage. Start your Sunday morning just right with a chilada.
Right. And some hot dogs.
Yes. And today I'm also eating something real healthy today, making me 2 burgers using onion soup mix as a seasoning, and cut up some blue cheese. One and the other burger will have aged Wisconsin cheese I bought from Trader Joe's. And
I hope the onion soup mix is like the store brand.
Yes, it was. Save that few pennies. Yes.
It's probably made by the same people that make the main one. It's funny. Like I did that whole exercise with Vienna sausage, and what I did was I bought Armour, the big brand, and then I bought all these like Food Club, Best Choice, Always Save, all these different brands.
And those are the pay for more store, right? I think those brands I've heard of those brands. The Best Choice, Always Save. But
the funny thing about this is a cost plus 10% market. Yep. It's called Cash Saver. Funny thing is, if you look at the bottom of the can, they're all made at the same facility. Oh, excuse me. They're all made at the same place, Fort Madison, Iowa, which is Armour Meats. So Armour makes their Vienna sausage and everybody else's. I wish David would join us, but he's busy. He's cooking some pork.
Dave! What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Hello.
Howdy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. All right. Blue bull.
Not indigenous to our area. However, I did find this at Donnie Hole. It is a bit out of date. Just want to throw that up there to start off with. Not terribly out of date, but a little out of its Best Buy.
But it's I was telling Jay, it's not in a glass, it's in a can, so you're good.
It's coming across. It's not coming across too bad though. It's not stale.
What is that? I'm a little late to the game. What is that?
Oh, I'm drinking a big glass.
What? How could that be? How could that be?
Clink. All right.
And this is what I'm consuming is right here, Dave.
That is the world's best-selling beer right now.
Yes.
Well, America's, yeah.
Overtaking Bud Light. Belaruski, Budweiser Diet. Diet beer.
It doesn't matter to me. I never did like that beer. Yeah. Regardless of all the situations going on,
people buy it. I'm not a fan of it. If someone offered me,
I never did like that beer.
Yeah. If someone offered to me, I'll drink it, but I'm not buying it.
Exactly. If someone offers you like, oh yeah, well thanks for the beer, and then do you want another one? No, I'm good. for the most part, nah, it's never been my go-to.
Yeah. So, but
I think out of all three, that's the big three, the Miller Coors, but that's the worst one. I think even there are other beers which be Busch Light and Natural Light taste better than Bud Light. I don't know what they did to that beer.
well, speaking of which, this one I bought yesterday. Well, I got it yesterday, and I got plenty of it here in the fridge.
Yep.
Love the old school can design. Love them.
It's Mick Ultra at half the price.
Yeah. So, $11.99 for a 15 pack.
Yes, that's the original Anheuser-Busch light beer to combat Miller Lite. Miller Lite was the first.
Yeah. So enjoyed a lot. So I was up at the lake yesterday with a friend, and we had a good time and enjoyed the Schlitz. Don't call it beer. Bull. No, the Schlitz.
There you have it.
I love the commercials, all of them, from Kevin Kline to Richard Roundtree, Shaft to we had the Rockers, Average White Band, and Tommy James and the Shondells. You know, you had the Marshall Tucker Band and 38 Special. That commercial is funny. You know.
Yeah. So, now this one here, this is when they were not really doing the comedy though. 10 barley malts. They're claiming 10 barley malts, 3 hops. And then they got this fancy pants bottle with a blue ribbon.
Pilsner bottle. Hey, turn it upside down. It's a Pilsner glass. The only beer that still does that is Miller High Life.
Wow. I would not have guessed that.
It looks like a Pilsner glass.
Yeah.
Now, do they still make it with the same recipe? I do not know.
I don't know. It's so inconsistent in my area. I mean, when I find it, lucky. You know, the last time we were able to find this stuff fresh in any kind of a fashion was when we went to Lafayette.
Oh, right, in the 40-ounce bottles. All right, I'm going to give a quick review, and then I'm going to let you do yours and everybody, and then we'll give scores. Can't hang around too long. The aroma smelled like regular old beer, honestly. Like, if they say don't call it beer, okay, I won't call it beer. I'll call it lager, like the can says. Won't call it beer. But it smells like beer. But anyway, the taste, cheers.
Cheers.
It tastes like lager beer. It's similar to like these German beers, except this is using corn products as a filler, where the Germans will be the Reinheitsgebot beer. But it tastes kind of like a Helles lager, Bock beer. Bread, cracker, mild hop bitterness. I'm sure the bitterness units are only like about 17. Easy going, not too heavy bodied. The calories are low for strong beers. So if you're looking for a little bit of elevated alcohol with the calorie count not being too high, get this. But even better would be natural ice, because that's even got lower calories. But this
if you pour this at a bar, you know, let's just say it was on tap at a bar, and someone tried to give them, they're probably, wow, this is great. And then when you reveal to them what it was, be like, what?
I knew something was wrong with it. All right, but anyway, back in the 1960s, they used to, you could look at the old ads, they were pushing it toward the country club, better off crowd. But by the 1980s, they were pushing it to the people at the Greyhound station. Okay, now, so I like it. I like mild, light-bodied beers. I drank a beer last night that was so strong, it was like unreal. And it was like, oh man, give me a break.
Huh?
Well, I was watching videos, and then this morning I was like, oh, I remember watching those, but I couldn't remember it first. Okay.
So you must have went to the website, because I'm looking at the can. It says this is made by the Stroh's Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, but that's bullcrap because Stroh's is not even a real company. They got bought out by Pabst years
There's an
ago.
800 number on here you can call, but I don't really see anything about calories or anything. On the front, it says 5.9% alcohol, and that's what we give these ice beers. But to me, this tastes better than those ice beers. It's like I told you before. Ice beers seem to have some kind of like a, I don't know, something's been in a freezer too long. You pull it out, you're like, oh, it's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it. And it's always got that little to it. That's what I get from the ice beer sometimes. This
depends which one it is.
This doesn't have, well, they're all pretty much the same with the exception of Bud Ice. Bud Ice kind of masking a little bit, but it's also a 5.5. You know, most of the ice beers are 5.9, but this isn't advertised as an ice beer. This one's pretty darn good. And I agree with you, John. If you bring this out to somebody and said, hey, try it in a bar or whatever, they're going to be like, oh, that's pretty good. What is it? You know, and then when you reveal it, you're like, oh, that's garbage. I don't want that. Da, da, da. But it's pretty good, you know. It's got that classic beer flavor to it, beer smell. It's not negative. It's well balanced. This one's going to get a high grade. High grade. I guess that's why they don't make it anymore, huh? Or we can't get it because if they did bring it around here, it's probably only beer that sell.
And the only beer y'all get is the gold one, right? That's it.
Well, where I live, we get the Gold Bull for $5.49 a 6-pack of pint cans. Yeah.
And where I work, we get the Gold Bull for $5.99. Yeah. I'm not driving 30 miles to save 50 cents.
You know, no. I mean, no disrespect to the Gold Bull, I think it's good, but a little too heavy for me.
Too heavy. Yeah, I agree. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
Now, the distributor
I can do a little show and tell. I got one.
Yeah, it's a little heavy, a little strong. The distributor is saying that this Blue Bull is six bitterness units. I told you it didn't have much hop action, but their only big brewery in Milwaukee is not Stroh. It's Miller. Okay, the only big brewery in Milwaukee is Miller. Everybody knows Miller makes it. Okay. Blue Bull, Gold Bull. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we get the
high gravity. This one just says bold lager. Basically the same.
Yeah, we get both here, and with ease.
I would gravitate more toward this one.
I would too.
This one you drink it and it's kind of like,
chewing it, chewy.
Yeah, it's not a bad product. It's just it's a little too much.
That one and the Colt 45 high gravity also.
The Gold Bull is good if you're sharing it and drinking about 5 ounces, and you can see why.
I got a piece of art I'd like to share as well.
You can see why it won awards.
But the one that I'll get more now, just but not a lot, because it's just only 8%. And that's the Ice House Edge.
Oh yeah, that's another strong one. Oh yeah, there's some artwork you got at a bar that went out of business.
Yeah, it was a
place.
There was a cross between a bar and a package store, and they went out of business. And I picked this up pretty good. It's pretty nice. I'll tell you what, I like it. It's made pretty well. These like some kind of towels put in there. You can see it's really nicely made. Somebody paid. Somebody actually took good quality time. You can tell in the back too. That's all glued together and all that. So I haven't quite decided where I'm going to put this at, but it's going to go on the wall of fame somewhere. So in future beer reviews, you'll see it.
Yes, and that's a brewery that tried to make a malt liquor and failed terribly with their Tecate Titanium. Then they decided, well, we better not try that. We don't do a good job.
That was trash. That Titanium was, ugh. Don't get me started on that, man. That and Earthquake.
Yeah, it was
part of the worst.
Tecate decided, well, we're not gonna make malt liquors anymore. Okay.
Don't ever make malt liquors anymore.
All right, now I'm gonna give my score.
Jay, I'll be heading into uncharted territories today. It is Father's Day, which means I'm going to see my father today.
Why is that?
Happy Father's Day to your dad. Happy Father's Day to your father.
Thank you. Well, it means I'll be going check out some of the pairings that they have around that area. I always seem to find something that you can't find in your area.
Yeah, right. You're always doing shopping on the way.
Yeah,
I might do that. I might stop at Piggly Wiggly.
Doing that on the way back. Yeah. It's maybe last Father's Day with him. He's not doing well, so.
Yeah, your daddy is doing bad, and I've been praying for Mr. Clarence every morning.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Prayers to your dad, Dave.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He got put in hospice, y'all.
Yeah. So luckily it's hospice at home, which means that the folks come over and do what they can and then they leave. So I feel there's a little bit more care that goes into hospice at home. Not to downplay the regular hospice, but
How old is your dad, Dave? You mind me asking?
He's just shy of 79.
Okay, my dad's gonna be 75 July 1st.
All right.
He's hanging in there. He's moving about. My dad, I spoke with him this morning. But some things he does remember some things. It's not happening yet, but I know one of his dear friends has dementia, and every time he goes over there and sees him, he just gets very sad, and he leaves sad because he doesn't remember him, and then someone has to remind him who he is. They've been friends for almost like half a century.
Yeah, he should talk about like old times, and then his friend would probably remember, because it's the short-term memory that leaves, not the long-term.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's sad, but we gotta keep praying. But anyway, I went to church today, and they gave us a gift, and they gave all the fathers a gift, and it was a keychain bottle opener.
Keychain bottle opener. Imagine that.
Yep. Now, Schlitz Bold Lager, I gave it a 90 out of 100. Now, if it was a fresh can, maybe it would be higher, but still good. And yeah. So as far as promos, I've been doing a lot of White Horse Scotch versus other people. So I'm just going to continue that. White Horse ain't exactly setting the world on fire, but it's not getting killed. It's just, it's very bready, and it's not full of smoke. So, it's just.
I'm going to re-up my Cuddy Sock because it's coming in at an excellent price. I checked my my app, my local Total Wine is selling it for $26.99, which is about $4 more than the last time I bought that, which was 5 years ago. And I can't wait to put that up against White Horse. Perhaps maybe we could do a duo.
Yeah, we could.
That day. And
I'd like to. That would be a good idea. Do it blind some kind of way. And then, so White Horse is going to go up against Cuddy Sark Prohibition Edition that I have 100 proof. Well, it ain't got a chance against that. But
probably not.
But it's been doing okay. It's been doing all right. I mean, it's kind of mid-range price, $38.99 for the big handle. It's not expensive. That's cheap. So
$38.99
for the handle. That's what it costs. $38.99.
I don't think that's what I paid.
Yeah, it's Star. That's what it costs. I'm telling you. And then
I have to check my records on that because I paid my card, so I should be able to check a record on that.
Yeah, me too. I could too. Now, anyway, that's what's going on. All these Scotch taste challenges. When that's over with, we're going to brandy. I got brandy stuff. And then,
so we were discussing yesterday, Jay, that there's going to be some major competition in that little area, right? Because they're
opening a second star
in the area
on the north side of Louisiana Highway 49. So
right, and this one's on the south side we go to, which has absolutely no competition at all.
None.
So
we're
moving closer to Jake's. And how close are they going to be to Jake's? Like what, a block or two?
Not Jake's, Ricky's.
I'm sorry.
1 block. And Star sells only pure gasoline, no ethanol. Now,
100% gas. 100% gas.
This Wednesday,
that's power to put in your car.
So when the gas is like selling at $3.11 on regular, there might be some water in that gas, right?
No, they're selling for like
that is the residual after ethanol gas. Once it's burned, it turns into H2O. That's why you're behind some of these cars that are designed to use it. You'll see that drip coming out of the tailpipe. That's H2O coming out.
So you avoid all those cheap service stations. You go for the good gas.
Not unless your car is designed for it. If your car is designed to run on that gas, there's nothing. But if you have an older vehicle, like I have a 1991 Chevrolet truck, I can't use that stuff in a 1991. I have to use gasoline that was designed for those vehicles running probably 1989 or 1990.
I got a 98 Nissan Pathfinder, and I'm using just whatever, any regular unleaded 1998 Nissan Pathfinder.
98. Well, that's probably all right. But I made
it doesn't hurt every now and then to put 100% gas in it, kind of blow all that nonsense out.
But I ruined my lawnmower engine putting that racetrack gasoline in it.
Well, yeah, you can't do that.
And now I only put.
Don't you have the 2-cycle oil, but also you can add some additives, right?
No. All I do from now on, since I bought the new lawnmower, I go up here to the major highway and I buy the pure gas. I got to pay more, but it's cheaper than buying a new lawnmower.
And at the end of the season, you just let your lawnmower run until it stops. That means it burnt up all the gas.
Right. Now,
we all get to where you're only cutting the grass like every 6 weeks.
When I was living in Mobile, me and my ex at the time, I had that lawnmower, which was, using whatever gas. That lawnmower held up for a good 5 years. And I was like, wow.
Now, 5 years. My last one lasted 20.
Right. It lasts a long time.
But this Wednesday, it's Alabama beers. Any beers from Alabama. I got my sour. I know David loves sour. I got my sour in the fridge. And then this Friday is
who brought that to you.
And then this Friday is Fandango Friday at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Louisiana time. So that's it. I might take a little Father's Day shot of that horror so-called rum, but now Jean's going to give his score of Modelo.
Yeah, it's pretty much all gone right now. Like I said, had a good workout this morning, David. I was telling Jay, and also had a good breakfast of hot dogs with sauerkraut this morning. So spicy brown mustard.
On the healthy side.
Yeah. So I was a little thirsty and
smell like hot dogs.
The dough's all gone. But anyway, I'm gonna go 92 out of 100 for the Modelo Especial. Very good beer. Very enjoyed. Just like I said, it does have that orange blossom honey, little aftertaste to it.
That's a good beer. That's
a good beer. Jean, don't you agree? Don't you agree, Jean, that Mexican corn does not taste like the American corn?
Big difference. 100%. Major difference. Major 100%. Difference.
Yes,
major difference. Absolutely right.
It's just got this flavor profile that comes through on the corn.
Yeah.
Corn we get here is sweet, which is also good in its own right, but it's almost like that popcorn corn, where you have that cornness that you taste.
Right.
John, have you tried that Negro Modelo?
I've had a Negro Modelo before, yes.
And how do you rate that against the Special?
Oh, I mean, the two different styles, but to me,
which one?
But I would lean towards the Negro without question.
Myself, I think that's my best favorite beer coming out of Mexico.
Perfect, good. Now between that one and the other one that's come close to it, the Trader Joe's Trader Jose Dark, which is probably less expensive. But the Negro Modelo is a lot better. But if I had to go by price, I would go the Trader Jose.
And don't you agree that anybody? Yeah, Trader Jose is good. Don't you agree that anybody that left Bud Light to go to Modelo Especial is never going back? You're not going to go back from Modelo Especial to Bud Light. No way.
I think
there's a lot of folks. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
I was going to say some folks probably will go to another light beer. They probably won't go to Coors or Miller Lite. We'll probably go to the cheaper brands, Natural Light or Busch Light or Milwaukee's Best Light, and go that route before they buy Bud Light again.
All right. promos.
That would be better. Yeah. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that sour ale I reviewed from Gate City. I did it at Lake Lanier, so that's uploaded on the channel right now. I got one more sour ale to review, and then I'm gonna get some beers today just for Wednesday's show.
Thanks, Bart.
And when's Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday we're doing Alabama beer. So I'm gonna go to Local Vine and I could get some Alabama beers pretty easily. So I'll have something Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Finagle Friday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. And Eric also has his show, Wildcard Show, Thomas Metal 75, at the same time on Wednesday, 7:30, 4:30. And Bumpy Rose New Brews on Mondays, 8 on the East, 5 on the West. And Beer Man, Beer and Cheese, on Tuesdays, 8 on the East, 5 on the West. And next Sunday, we're doing next Sunday, right?
Super Sunday.
Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. That is it. That's all I got.
Love the original name of the show.
It used to be Stout Sunday.
Stout Sunday's over with. It's done. It's done.
Good.
I'm going to go ahead and rate this. I'll tell you what, 3 months out of date, it's still coming through strong.
It's not that bad. That's pretty good. 3 months.
It smells like a regular beer. I'm not really tasting anything out of the ordinary at all. You know what? If I gotten a Canada's fresh, which we have gotten it fresh, and both of us loved it.
Oh yeah.
I would give this like a really great score. I'm going to give this a 95.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Because I'm not tasting anything out of the ordinary. I'm not tasting anything off about it.
Okay, what about promos?
Good.
What about promos on your channel?
Promos on my channel. I don't have a channel, but let me see if we can find some. Let me see if we can find some promos.
While he's doing that, I'm going to show y'all this.
If you see it,
okay.
yeah.
Wait.
If you see it,
Oh yeah, that
All
was
right. Members Mark. Yes.
not just Maker's Mark, but Maker's number 46.
Maker's Mark. Sorry, I keep saying Members Mark.
46.
Stands for.
John. This is different than regular Maker's Mark. There's a story behind the label 46.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
So-
It was excellent. Most excellent.
46. The reason why this is called 46 is because it took Maker's Mark 46 tries to get what they were looking for. This is French oaked. So it's regular Maker's Mark aged with French oak
Staves.
steves.
Staves. Yep.
Right.
Now, before we get off the air, because I got to leave, but
That's the
this filth here, which is,
filth. Filth?
yeah, you heard me.
Filth.
Okay, this, I won't say filth, this trash from our friends at Sazerac.
No,
This
man.
so-called spice rum, which is not even really rum, it's imitation rum. It's made with grain spirits. It's a joke.
It's
but,
garbage. It's
Oh,
garbage.
it's literally the worst liquor I ever had in my life. Okay, but strange thing about it, it's a regular size bottle, but it has a pourer. Usually, you find these on the handles. I find it strange.
Yeah.
I find it strange that they put that on this. Maybe they put that on there because they knew people would want to dump it out, and they did it. They did it so it would be faster to dump down the drain.
Yeah.
But oh no, I'm not wasting it. I paid $5.96 for this full size bottle.
What?
So,
How does it rank against this?
well, I didn't taste it, but I smelled it at your house, and it smelled nice. So I'm sure it's horrible compared to that.
What?
Ugh.
You didn't taste this? I thought we did taste it.
No, this stuff is terrible. Okay, well, any last Father's Day messages to anyone because I have to stop.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out
Father's
there.
Day to everyone, and to all the stepfathers too that make sure that the kids get raised right.
Yep.
The Lord knows there's some fathers that step out, and there's some really great stepfathers that stepped in.
Yep.
Gotta congratulate them as well.
Absolutely.
The greatest foster father, St. Joseph.
St. Joseph.
All right. Now, thanks for joining. Next week, I'm going to probably bring a New York beer for Sunday. And David.
We doing Alabama beers?
I'm talking about
Wednesday.
Super Sunday. I'm talking about Super Sunday.
What beer besides Trim Tab is made in Alabama that we can get?
Back 40? Can you get back 40?
No, we can only get Trim Tab here. We can only get Trim Tab.
Oh, so basically you just said we're going to do Trim Tab beers.
Well, you and I.
I can find
That's
back 40.
not even fair. Not
I
even
can find back 40
sorry,
here.
I mean, I
You
can't help it.
basically said, okay, we're gonna do one brewery, and it's gonna be a craft brewery, and it's only this one brewery.
Well,
Didn't
you
you
could.
do that with Sweetwater?
Why
A
don't
beer we
you?
couldn't get?
No, yeah, and that failed because we couldn't find any. Well, why don't you take a little road trip to Alabama and buy some beer? Go to Mobile.
Mississippi you can find Alabama beers in Mississippi.
Why would I do that?
Well, or you can just buy Trim Tab. Okay, but I'm talking about next Sunday. I'm talking about next Sunday. I'm going to bring.
We can get.
I'm talking about next Sunday. I'm going to bring a New York beer. You have one.
We have one right now.
We did a little trade yesterday. Remember that beer from New York?
I can get some.
What, that garbage?
Well, whatever beer. I'll bring some beer next week. Whatever.
That's not garbage. You want to see a fight break out next Sunday, Jean? Watch that. Hang out. Oh yeah, you'll be part of it.
Yeah. I'll bring a beer, whatever it is.
30 miles.
Alabama.
Wow.
Louisiana, New York, whatever. Maybe
Right, we got Alabama coming up on Wednesday. We have Mississippi coming up on Wednesday, and we have Louisiana coming up on Wednesday.
Oh, we're gonna do Louisiana beers.
Yeah. Can you find any?
Oh yeah, I can find some.
And then we have Texas coming up. We have Texas coming up.
Lone Star.
Oh, I can get Lone Star.
Me too.
Not me, but I can get a Beta. I mean, Shiner.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Bland Shiner, yeah.
Yeah, good old Bland Shiner. Tennessee, well, we'll do that eventually. All right. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. Y'all take care and have a good Father's Day.
Father's Day, dads.
Adios.
Adios, pelotas.